Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Alan Noble, and it is my honor, privilege to be your host for tonight's call and presenter for this information. Just a little bit about myself before I get started. I'm originally from Ireland. I now live in Dallas, Texas, actually north of Dallas, in a place called Frisco, that I believe was the fastest growing city in the United States. So there you go. But as far as this call is concerned, really my claim to fame is I've been 10 years with this remarkable technology that we're going to talk about and this incredible company. And in those 10 years, it never gets old sharing this incredible story of Asea. What we're going to talk about is a breakthrough, one of the most significant breakthroughs in health, athletic, and anti-aging. This is a technology that is a new category of science that for 15 years, for 10 to 15 years, is really ahead of its time. There's nothing that comes close to this. And really for 2 decades, science had said this technology was impossible. So what's inside this beautiful blue bottle, scientists around the world said could not be done. And I think it's always exciting when the impossible becomes possible. So we're going to start with the breakthrough. We're going to take probably 18 minutes or so to discuss this breakthrough. But breakthroughs create opportunity. And guys, we're in a place in the world right now where a lot of people are looking for opportunity. They're looking for more time or more money. And breakthroughs create opportunity. The bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. So we're going to finish the call with about a 10-minute wrap-up introducing you to the Asea opportunity. In the middle, I have a very special guest. I'm very excited to interview Robin Bradford from Galveston, Texas, as she shares with you her story of how this technology has impacted her life. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start with what Asea Redox, this technology, is not. It is not a vitamin. It's not a mineral. It's not an antioxidant. It's not an exotic juice. And let me add, it is not a CBD oil. Okay, it goes beyond all of those things. It goes beyond nutrition, beyond ingredients, and yet it can impact your health at a depth that no other supplement has ever come close to achieving. To understand this technology, you've got to realize that your body is the most complex communication network on Earth. Every second of every day, your cells are passing tremendous amounts of information throughout the body, throughout the cells. Any breakdown in that communication, and you cannot achieve your full health and healing potential. Simple example, your home goes on fire. You call the fire department. Now they're there with their big red truck and the firefighters and the fire hose and everything they need to put out the fire. But what if you have a bad cell signal, pun intended, okay? What if the fire department don't get the message? Your house goes up in smoke. We have the only technology in the world that can enhance, that can amplify that critical signaling. And the key to that, the resource that's inside this blue bottle that increases that signaling, are molecules called redox signaling molecules. Now, we live and die at the cellular level. Everything happens at the cellular level. You are the sum total of your 75 trillion cells. But as science looks deeper inside the cell, they have discovered a very special set of molecules called redox signaling molecules. These molecules are absolutely foundational to our cellular health. So think of your cells as little bags of salt water, and as your cells are producing energy, they're spinning out these molecules, okay? So these molecules are actually native to your body. Now think about that. A blueberry is all natural, but your body doesn't grow blueberries. These molecules go beyond all natural and are in fact native to the body. Now, if your body's already making these molecules, well then why are we talking about them? Well, with age, stress, and toxins, we begin to make less of these molecules. We begin to experience imbalances in these molecules, and things just don't work as well as they used to. There's a breakdown in that critical signaling process. You begin to see and feel the visible effects of aging. So then common sense should kick in at this point, okay? why don't I take a supplement? Let's supplement with more of these molecules. We take vitamin supplements, we take antioxidant and mineral supplements, we take all kinds of supplements. Let's just supplement with redox signaling molecules and help our signaling. Well, it wasn't that simple, guys. These molecules are highly fleeting. They're very reactive molecules. I call them fleeting angels. They do their good work and they're gone. Think of them as little sparks, okay? How do you make a spark, catch it in a glass jar, bring it to the party at the weekend to light the barbecue? You can't. It's a spark, okay? It's gone. It's fleeting. That's the same way to think about these molecules. And so science had declared in its wisdom that it is impossible to stabilize something so reactive outside of the body. Well, how wrong they were, because here is Asea Redox, the world's first and only redox signaling supplement. Now, I'm not going to get lost in the science here, but I think it's important to point out a little bit about how we make this product. It's a heavily patented 3-step process. We start with salt and water. When you look at the label of a bottle of Asea, I don't have my bottle with me here, but when you look at a label of a bottle of Asea, you're going to see that the ingredients are sodium chloride and distilled water, salt and water, okay? And you might scratch your head a little bit about that. You got to understand, your cells are little bags of salt water. Your body is making these molecules out of that salt water. So we start with the same natural ingredients, okay? And we take it through a very complex process to break that salt water down and restructure it into trillions of these stabilized redox signaling molecules that we call Asea Redox. Now, this technology is so complex, it took us another 5 years to stabilize these molecules in a gel form. And this is our topical gel for the outside of the body, Renew 28. We're going to be talking about that as well. So here's these two incredible products, really one technology, two delivery systems, Asea Redox, cellular health from the inside out, and Asea and Renew 28, cellular health from the outside in. Very heavily patented technology. Nobody else in the world has this technology. Nobody, okay? And anytime you're bringing something so cutting edge to the marketplace, you want to make sure you have third-party validation. We get every single batch of Asea Redox, Renew 28, tested with one of the top independent testing labs in the country. They work with many of the top pharmaceutical companies of the world. And they certify that these products are indeed, that they do indeed contain these redox signaling molecules. We've also done a lot of independent science on this technology to show that it really has a profound impact in the body. We went to one of the top independent genetic testing labs. Toilet Labs do a lot of work for companies like Ancestry.com that I'm sure you've heard of. In an 8-week study, we find that this technology activated 5 important gene signaling pathways up to 31%. So think of your gene signaling pathways kind of as the super highway to get information through the body, okay? If there's any breakdown in that signaling at the genetic level, you cannot experience your full health and healing potential. And we saw that these 5 pathways have a very direct impact on 5 areas of health. And these are areas of health that I guarantee affect you or somebody you know and love and care about. Your immune system, your inflammatory response, your cardiovascular health, digestive health, and hormone modulation. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Just one of these gene signaling pathways, this one's called EGR1, it impacts another 15 signaling pathways, okay? You can see here ovarian infertility pathways, insulin signaling pathways, thyroid stimulation, all sorts of different things, guys. But just look at NFR2 pathway. This is a pathway that's very, very closely connected to your antioxidants. What we find with previous Asea studies is that we could increase glutathione effectiveness. This is the master antioxidant of the body, 800% increase in glutathione effectiveness. We're able to lower oxidized LDL, lower oxidized DNA. We've previous studies to prove that. So Asea's impact on antioxidant health is in fact staggering. Now, here's what some experts are saying about this technology. Anne-Louise Gittleman, the first lady of nutrition. Asea, in my estimation, is the greatest advance in lifestyle medicine, harnessing the power of your own body to keep it well. Dr. Gary Samuelson, he was one of the key scientists that were able to crack the code and stabilize these molecules outside the body. This technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances in health that we have ever seen. Now, it's not just health. There's also a tremendous athletic advantage to Asea Redox. Improvements in endurance and recovery. We did a little study with some mice. It was a 7-day study. What we noticed with the mice drinking Asea, they ran 29% further to exhaustion. I always like to point out, mice don't run 29% further for nothing, okay? There was something going on at a metabolic level, and what we discovered was the mice on Asea were burning more fat as fuel. Now, there's a little success secret here, guys. If you're on the treadmill every day, or the elliptical, or the whatever you're doing to try and burn fat and get into a little smaller pant size, drink Asea before your workout. Help your body make that metabolic shift to start burning more fat rather than sugars. Okay, so not only will you perform better, but hey, there's a pleasing side effect to burning the fat. So world-class athletes all over the world, all sorts of different disciplines, are now huge fans of this technology, even including Olympic gold medalists. So absolutely incredible how athletes are beginning to really figure out what we've got our hands on here that can help them. Let's get into Renew 28. I love it. Seeing is believing. Renew 28. I like to call it the miracle gel. Now, there's 5 major areas where this gel can help you. The first is aging slower. Think about this. 10 years from now, would you want to look 10 years older? Or would you like to look maybe 3 or 4 years older? Would you like to slow down the aging process? I think everybody would like to do that. Well, again, we've done independent clinical studies with very reputable companies, Dermatest in Germany, Stevens Associates here in Dallas, Texas. And we find in independent 4-week testing some huge results with skin cell renewal, improving that by 16%, smoothness, wrinkles, elasticity, 20% plus improvement. So slowing down the aging process. What about skin challenges? As we get older, we've age spots. Maybe when we're younger, we've redness and irritation. We see tremendous results with skin challenges. What about first aid? Your cuts, your scrapes, your bumps, your bruises, your stings, your bites. When my kids fall off their bikes, they're smart enough to know the first thing they grab is the Renew 28. You can see here a little picture of some bruising 75 minutes later. Incredible. One of the things we noticed about this product is that it can increase skin blood flow by 50% very quickly in the body. We've also noticed discomfort relief, aches and pains, shoulders, arms, knees, whatever it is. When you rub this gel on 3 applications in 5 minutes, we see about 90% of people getting tremendous benefits and relief from their discomfort. So that was kind of a nice surprise for a product that was really developed as an anti-aging wrinkles, crinkles product to find that it can have such an incredible impact on discomfort as well. And then just general health. Guys, these are the same molecules in Asea Redox, okay? And so here's a gentleman. This guy had been out of work for over a year with a pretty serious health challenge. He started using the gel. You can see his 22-day transformation. He felt better. He looked better. Got a little sparkle coming back into his eyes. That kind of kicked in the common sense to say, you know what, I probably need to drink the molecules as well. He did that. Within a couple of weeks, he's back to work again for the first time in over a year. Not just getting his health back, but also getting his financial dignity back. Here's another great picture. This is Rosie. I always mean to hide the age here and see if you can kind of guess which way the aging goes. I mean, it's in reverse, guys. 84 to 87. You know, she's getting older, but she's looking younger. That's what happens when you replenish these redox signaling molecules and you help your body work like it did when you had more of them, okay? This increased cellular communication and efficiency. Now, we don't have time to get into our wonderful Renew Advanced range. It's very effective. 100% of participants in the study saw results with it. It's safe for all skin types. There's none of the nasty stuff in there. I'm amazed how many direct sales companies have skincare with just nasty ingredients. You don't want to be buying that. These are very, very pure, very effective ingredients. And it's a cleanser, moisturizer. We even built a ultra concentrated redox serum. So it's kind of like Renew 28, but even more concentrated for those little trouble spots. We also have a wonderful nutrition range. Nutrition is still very, very important. And I don't have time again to get into all of that. These are products that you're probably already familiar with. Very high quality ingredients, diverse ingredients. We've got a whole food superfood, 26 superfoods from land and sea. Highly absorbable nutrition. Biome is our gut health product. A tremendous collection of probiotics and prebiotics and herbal support. And then a wonderful anti-aging vitality formula. Some really exciting ingredients there, like different mushroom extracts and all sorts of things. So these are wonderful nutrition products. What I do want to show you quickly is how this kind of ties together with redox. It's another way to think about Asea redox. So we know we live and die at the cellular level, and our bodies are constantly repairing at the cellular level. So think about your home, your house. You know, let's say you need some repairs. You've got a hole in the roof, or you've got the floor needs fixed, or you've got a brick through the window, or the door's off its hinges, whatever it is. You need the basic building materials. You need the roofing materials, the flooring materials, the windows, the door materials. You need those materials. That's nutrition, the building materials. But what if there's no workers showing up to get the work done? And you can think of these molecules as the workers, or think of it as the foreman giving the instructions in the building aside of what needs to go where and what needs to be worked on, okay? If you don't have the workers, the work doesn't get done. And that's why the redox technology is getting results. People may have been taking great nutrition all of their life, but they don't see the results because the workman doesn't show up to get the work done. This is the first time in your life that you can actually replenish and refuel your cells with more of these amazing molecules. And of course, Asea now is the only company in the world to offer both the materials and the labor. Pretty cool. So what I want to do at this point, guys, is I want to introduce our special guest who's going to share a little bit about her story. And so, Robin, did you join us on the line?
I did.
There's
Hi.
Robin. Robin Bradford. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Discover Asea. And thank you for giving up a few minutes of your time to just share your story. Now, before you get started, I'm just going to tease everybody here. And I'm going to bring up a little before and after picture that you sent me. And this is kind of where you were on the left and where you got to with Asea on the right. And it's really, I think, a very stark contrast. There's something that's going on here. Can you tell us a little bit about your Asea journey and your story and the benefits that you've got from these molecules?
Well, I was a pretty sick little puppy, that's for sure. For over 25 years, I have suffered with some serious challenges in my immune system, and traditional doctors were unable to help me. They didn't know what to do with me. Some of my challenges include extreme fatigue, joint and muscle discomfort, blinding headaches where I want to go into a dark, cold room and, either get rid of it or die, skin issues that were no explanation for and that will not easily go away. And with these challenges came a change in my lifestyle. I used to be the disco queen, very athletic, hardy, just very full life. And I went from that to in bed, sick, just no quality of life. And then I met this lady in a sand store, and she approached me because she could see that I had some health challenges and she wanted to offer her assistance. And in our conversation, she said that I should be open-minded to a product that she thought could change my life, and it was the redox, what you're hearing about tonight. So I kept an open mind, and I went with her to a presentation, and I tried 2 ounces. And that night I felt an immediate difference. I was able to walk straight down down the hallway, and I didn't use my cane for balance, which was not like me. After 3 days of taking the product, I was able to walk around town with my husband, downtown for the shops and stuff. And I left him in the dust. He couldn't keep up with me. He was tired. He wanted to go home. So I took him home, and I called my new friend that introduced me to Asea, and she and I had a girls' night out, which was something I didn't do very much anymore. And my life changed. I got my life back. I was able to continue working as a travel agent without any, handicaps. I was able to stay awake during the day, and it just changed my life. That's really it. I mean, I can't stress how much this has changed me.
No, absolutely. Well, look, your story is absolutely remarkable. This before and after picture is remarkable. Can I ask you this, Robin? What was the name of the lady that introduced you to the product? I don't know, maybe just her first name?
Becky.
Becky. You know, we often say, or at least Tyler Norton, one of the founders of Asea, will often say, the miracle of Asea is not what's in the blue bottle. The miracle of Asea is the person that has the empathy and the courage to reach out to somebody and say, hey, you deserve to know about this. And I don't know if Becky's on this. I don't know if Becky will ever hear this recording, but Becky, you are the miracle of Asea, and you changed Robin's life. So
she was my angel for sure.
Absolutely. Love it. Well, listen, thank you so much for giving up some time here tonight, Robin. Thank you for sharing your story. We're going to move into the rest of the presentation. I do want to stress that, of course, Asea is not a treatment or cure for any disease or medical condition. It simply refuels your body, replenishes your body with more of these really important molecules that are so critical for this signaling process in the body. And what your body does with that, it's up to your body. It's your body healing itself, okay? And that's truly the definition of a holistic product. So we don't make any claims for it. We just let your body do the magic using these powerful molecules. Okay, let's switch gears here for the last 10 minutes or so. Breakthroughs create opportunity. That's a common sense statement. And here's another one. The bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. So think about this. If you're in the market to maybe make more money or have more time freedom, and I think most people are, we've got a high impact technology that gets results. You just heard Robin's story. No other company in the world has this. Nobody, nothing like it, not even a variation of it. And virtually nobody knows about it, okay? You go out into your street today, you go to the shopping mall, your local shopping mall, and you stand there with a little clipboard and say, excuse me, sir, I'm doing a survey. Have you ever heard of redox signaling molecules? Have you ever heard of a product called Asea Redox, Renew 28? Guys, you'd be lucky to get 1 out of 100. The world does not know that this technology exists. Now, when you tie all that up into a nice package, that spells opportunity. It's pretty simple. So let me tell you a little bit about how the company got started. It started with these 2 remarkable men, Vertus Norton and Tyler Norton, founders of Asea. They had bought this technology from a struggling biotech company. Why was it struggling? They couldn't stabilize the molecules. They'd bought into this idea that it was impossible. Well, these guys brought about the stabilization of these molecules, and their goal was then to sell it to the pharmaceutical industry. That was the idea. Take something, kind of fix it up, and then sell it at a profit to the pharmaceutical industry. But in the meantime, they had a handful of people. It was about 40 people started using the product. Those people began to get life-changing results. They shared it with other people. They shared it with people. And you had this kind of domino effect. And now those 40 people grew to 135 people. And so when it came time for the pharmaceutical company, they flew in, they looked at the science, they said, we want this technology. We know the power of these molecules. We know what it can do in the human body. We're going to write you a check big enough that you're not going to talk to anybody else. And we're talking generational wealth, guys. Okay, when you understand the power behind this and the deep pockets of the pharmaceutical industry, we're talking generational wealth. But it came down to a decision. They said, look, every single person on this product has to come off it if we're going to send you this check. And so it came down to a choice. Do we let the people continue to receive the benefits, or do we take the money? Now, I want you to really put yourself in Vertus Norton's head, okay? He's 69 years of age back then. You got a product made from salt and water in Salt Lake City with molecules that nobody's even ever heard of. It would have been a very easy bet to take the money. By the way, that was 2008, the worst recession since the Great Depression. Even more reason to take the money. I want you to understand, guys, this isn't just a cutesy little story. What I'm telling you is who Asea is. If you choose to partner with this great company and this great cause, you are partnering with a company of ethics and integrity, something in very, very short supply today. You're partnering with a company that's putting people and principles and purpose ahead of the payout, just pure economics and ego. So with that, they say no to the pharmaceutical company and they say yes to the people. Now, how do we tell the world that this technology exists? How do we get it to Becky so Becky can get it to Robin? And sometimes people say, Alan, if your product's so good, why does my doctor not know about it? Well, guys, let me just be honest with you, and you probably know this. Doctors are not trained in holistic products. They're not trained in products that simply help the body heal itself. They're trained in pharmaceutical drugs. This isn't their deal, as it were, okay? So if your product's so good, why is it not in the health food store? Well, let's walk through that example. You go to the health food store and you see a beautiful bottle of Asea on the shelf. And maybe the nice bright blue and white label kind of takes your attention, and you pick it up and you go, what's this? I've never seen this before. And you flick it around. We all read the ingredients in the back, and you're going to look at the back and go, salt and water. Are you kidding me? They want me to buy a bottle of salt and water. There must be more to it. And you start reading redox signaling molecules. I don't have a clue what this is. And I guarantee you the guy who owns the store probably doesn't have a clue what it is. And it ends up going back on the shelf. We realized for this product that is so far ahead of its time, that has no competition, that is a new category in science, the only way to get this product into the marketplace was personal experience and education. And that's exactly what we did. That's word of mouth marketing or network marketing. And let me show you a little bit of a snapshot of our success. We have been profitable since our first year in business. We own our own manufacturing facility. Guys, we take business very seriously. We have 29 legal entities that allow us to do business in over 30 countries around the world. 18 distribution centers. Associate support offers 16 languages. Almost 600 million in sales, over $250 million paid in commissions, and 24 members, it may be more, but I believe it's 24 members now of the $1 Million Earners Club. We've year-on-year growth. Every year has been bigger than the last, and maybe most importantly, we have impacted tens of thousands of people's lives. So let me get a little personal here. How much income would it take for you? What would it take? What would it take to make a difference in your life? Look, I know that not everybody listening to this wants to be a multimillionaire. I get that, okay? Do you know an extra $500 a month can stop the average home from going into foreclosure? That only not keeps a roof over a family's head, but it can often keep a family together. Number one reason for divorce in this country is financial stress. Okay, and so when you start to look at what some of our associates in this company at different levels of achievement, and you look at what they are achieving on a monthly average, it's absolutely astonishing. There is something here for everybody, whether it's supplemental income, fire your boss income, plan B income, or lifestyle income. I guess another question people ask is, can I do this? Okay, maybe you've tried something before. Maybe this is your first look into direct sales or health and wellness. Look, let me tell you, guys, we've got the company. This is a well-oiled machine, as I just showed you, very successfully doing business around the world. It's 10 years. It's not an experiment. The products we have an amazing product range. In only 9 products, we have an absolutely astonishing high impact product range. But also, you're not in business for you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. There's a whole support behind the scenes, presentations to help share the story. You don't have to be the expert. You can simply send people to a video, point and click, trainings to help you get the most out of understanding how the business works. And different calls, team calls and daily calls that can expose you to more testimonials, to training on different aspects of the business. There's lots of things. If you are motivated, there are lots of different things for you to plug into, the really endless support to help you achieve the success that you deserve. So in summary, guys, we have a $1 billion redox signaling technology. It impacts 3 massive industries: health and wellness, athletic and sports, and anti-aging. Nobody else in the world has this, not even close, and virtually nobody knows about it. So getting started with our company is super, super simple. To become an associate, it's only $40. That's the enrollment fee. You get your own website. You get a website as well as a virtual office that tracks your business as it grows. People can buy product and join you in the business through that website. So it's totally an online business. We offer one-time discounted enrollment packs. You want to get a little bit of product. You want to be a product of the product. And you want to ask the person that invited you here a little bit about those packs that are available. And then I also encourage you during enrollment, get on our very user-friendly auto ship. Okay, it's a monthly auto ship, but that's going to get you locked into some reward points. You even can get these loyalty reward points on your first enrollment order, bonus points. And these reward points basically equate to free product. Okay, and you can cancel your auto ship at any time. So just know about that as well. It's very, very easy to get started, guys. And here's our founder, our beloved founder. We're at the start of something big with great purpose. Right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. I knew in May 2009, when I met Vertus Norton, that my life would never be the same again, and that I would have an opportunity to really make a tremendous living while making a difference in people's lives. That's what he promised me, and that's exactly what's happened over the last 10 years. Guys, the truth is we're just getting started, and I know it's such a cliche. People always say that, but we spent the first 8 or 9 years of this company building the foundation, establishing the credibility and the validation of what we have our hands on. Today, that's not under trial, and we are growing rapidly. We are growing rapidly. So we've really entered the second great chapter of this company, and this is the growth chapter. And so I would encourage you to take this seriously. Get back to the person who invited you onto this call. Get your questions answered. And if you've decided to join us on this incredible Asea adventure, I want to be the first to welcome you on board. So thank you for your time and attention here tonight. A big thank you to my special guest, Robin Bradford, for sharing her story. And I want to wish you all a fantastic evening. Bye for now. Bye-bye.